Well,
Taking a picture there, buddy?
yeah, I was trying. It's going in now.
Hey, you better make sure that he's recording and that like you get all the way through this thing and all he did was take some pictures.
Okay, yeah, he's recording. Okay, this is Jason Sandlin. Most y'all know me. This is for my capstone class. Dr. Becky Timmons is my teacher, leadership 4693, and this is a breakdown of communication in Wal-Mart, or could be breakdown of Wal-Mart communication. And my first slide is a research statement. It's my goal as a consultant in this project is to determine the areas in which communication is failing and develop ways to fill the gap. And that's kind of what we're going to get into. This next slide is literature review. This is kind of what I feel like would benefit on all aspects of communication. You know, ineffective communication from management down to store associates can drastically affect employee morale. It can, hurt the resources in the organization. Effective communication involves expressing the content and intention of the transmitter to the receiver, provided the receiver has understood the message. You know, that's a big thing. A lot of people tend to give direction and the associate doesn't understand really what they're saying. So there's a big breakdown right there in communication. And, you know, communication is trust. Do you trust the person that's giving you the information, as in someone that you don't trust, may give you false direction. So, that's kind of literature review. And my methodology was I give out 20 random surveys to 20 different associates. They filled them out. I got them back. I promised complete confidentiality. I collected them, and then I calculated percentage and graphs on each one of them. So we'll get into that, I believe. Right now, we're going to get into the summary of results. 100% of you desired face-to-face communication. 50 stated they feel appreciated, and 30% felt they are only acknowledged when they do well. 40% of individuals stated that they were rewarded face-to-face for good work. 30% stated they are not rewarded for good work, it's just expected. So we kind of have a difference there on how people perceive acknowledgement. 30% of the store associates felt like meetings were the most effective forms of communication. Have meetings every day. 30% have felt as if individual updates were more accurate. 20% stated email, and 20% stated notes were the most effective forms of communication. So you can see a wide variety of people's personalities through each and every one of the questions, and to break down on those, everybody's a little different. Take information differently. My next slide is also some of the results. When asked how they felt about the information they are given, 40% said they almost always believe the information. 40% stated that they believe it about half the time. So 40% of the surveyors felt an impression of communication with the organization keeps them adequately informed. 30% stated fairly well informed, and 80% answered yes to having team meetings to update the whole team on news. So, we're getting the information out, and it's just people believing and following through. And when asked if the employee feels like they're being heard, 50% yes, 50% answered no. So, that was pretty neutral there, going who gets what on that one. Do you feel like management communication at your job can improve? 80% said yes, 20% said no. So they can see that on that communication can get a little bit better. Overall, how satisfied are you with the communication with your company? 50% said very satisfied, 40% neutral, 10% dissatisfied. And I believe that was my first question on the survey, and I wished I would have moved it back a little bit because I think people's a little afraid because that's the first question, and most of them was like, whoa, if we're going to be able to keep confidentiality? And I was like, yes. But after they got past that in the first, second, third one, it got a lot better. People got a little more honest with me on it. So, you know, I wished I would have moved that and made it a little bit more inviting to do the survey from the get-go. And then we get, what attribute do you value most in a boss? Let's see, 50% said good communication, 30% willing to work with your schedule, and 20% other. So, you know, that's what everybody pretty much wants, is better communication with their boss. So you could, you know, you value their work more, I guess, if you got a guy that gets in there and interprets everything he wants done with good direction and has your back after you do what they tell you to do. So, what would you rather see implemented in your store? I wasn't sure on all these, but complaint, suggestion box, and they pretty much, we've got one, but they was kind of like, they didn't know where it was at, and they was wondering if it was taken seriously. With some of the feedback I got back on that. Store surveys, we do that. More face-to-face evaluations. I really don't on that one. I mean, everybody likes face-to-face regardless. From every question, we want to see more face-to-face communication between management and themselves. So that's a big difference there. And I'm down to recommendations. This is what the recommendations on the surveys that was said. You know, everyone needs to get on the same page. Again, more face-to-face communication. All members need to communicate with other shifts in clear, concise direction with timeline and goals. So that's pretty much saying communication breaks down from Cap 1 to Cap 2, department manager to associate. That was a big deal right there in overnight. So that was a big recommendation to give more communication right there. I need more consistent dealings with management. I'll leave that alone. In my eyes, a good boss is one that is not afraid to work right along beside you and will not ask you to do anything they wouldn't do themselves. I understand that. You can't ask somebody to do something without being able to do it yourself. And you can't be better than the person you're asking to do it, because that's just morale. It kills morale right there. You know, in obtaining all that feedback, I truly believe that the assistant managers, co-managers, store managers alike could increase the satisfaction in terms of communication within the store tremendously by allowing more time to partake in open exchange with store employees. So that's kind of a way to go about making everybody feel that they're thanked, that their work is appreciated more than just expected. So, in conclusion, you know, Wal-Mart is a well-oiled machine at the top of their game. I feel like the research and results from the survey accurately illustrates an issue in the breakdown of communication with the Southall Wal-Mart. From feedback received from the surveyed associates, I feel like the most genuine and effective solution for the breakdown would be for management to spend more time not only acknowledging the associates, but also providing face-to-face direction with the timeline and goals. That's pretty much what everybody wants from the surveys. You know, they just want more face-to-face, more, I guess, more detailed direction on what they're doing instead of just partial here and there on that. My references. And I'd like to thank my store manager, Dustin Walters, for allowing me the opportunity to research any type of issue associated with the store, give me feedback. I sit down with Dustin, Doug, I sit down with Steve, you know, the assistant managers really helped out, give me some ideas on, because it's just a wide variety of things that could possibly be done for this research. And without their cooperation from you guys, this wouldn't have happened. So I appreciate it, and I thank y'all for allowing to listen, or y'all listen to me this morning. And you guys have any questions? No questions? We good?
How many people were surveyed?
20. Yes, sir.
All shifts?
No, sir. I wish I could have. Hey, there was you know, of course the our shift, and then some of the Cap 2 second shift. There was some of the second shift on that, so I didn't get no overnights. I didn't see many of those guys. So we good? I thank you guys.
Thanks, Jason.